So what is up, killers? Kev here, and today back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda on our website this week. This is going to be episode 463 within my series. But without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight into the video. No more Imperials guarding Helgen. This one is coming in at 20.8 kilobytes of a download. This mod replaces most of the Imperial soldiers guarding with the Falkreath guards named Helgen guards. The cart driver stays the same and some of the soldiers do too. This is mainly to do with the introduction of the overall game. This one also has loads of other different outfits to do with the guards too. The torture hood will not spawn on, the torture will spawn within the counter. I'm not sure what that means, but overall it definitely just changed a lot. Now I'm only showing you a small snippet of the beginning in the game. This mod does carry through once again progressing and those choices of going through the Imperial way or the Stormcloak way at the beginning of the game. It does change the whole effect of that one. I feel like this is kind of nice as well. It's not kind of biased or steers your motivation in any particular way once upon starting the game. Kind of nice to see that it just changes it to yet boring but true vanilla guard to somewhat of a situation that would be like this. I understand there's a few there, but still kind of keeping you on the fence here. LEIN'S Orc Replacer, coming in 85.8 megabytes of a download, changes the appearance of a total of 34 orcs in orc strongholds. It does not include any of the ones listed within the description on the Bethesda website, but there is only 2 that are listed within there. This is going to be a request for a user, and thank you for the request because these are absolutely gorgeous replacers, as you could tell on screen right now. Applies the skin that you are using. Also, there's no other required mods for this particular one to work, and it is compatible with mods that change the appearance of NPCs within the game. This is very nice indeed. I really do like this one. The aesthetic has definitely been changed overall to do with the orcs, as I said, within those particular camps or settlements or even strongholds to fit the description of this particular one. Some of them look really gorgeous indeed. Male and female overall is a massive change indeed. I personally would keep this one if the download size was a little bit less, as it does refer to using your own sort of skins or textures within the game. So it's a little bit controversial with there on that line between the download, because it's like if it had the things such as the I don't know, Eyes of Beauty, KS Hedos, Salar Hair, or any of those other different ones, then it would make sense as a bundle and a package. But if I'm using my own, I don't see why it's going to be costing that much of a download size. NORDIC Life ASPEN version, coming in at 30.7 megabytes of a download. This is going to be a slight overhaul for Whiterun as a city, giving it more of the exterior and interior to do with the walls of more of a Nordic theme, such as banners, statues, and other different things that are engraved within the walls and without the walls too. This is very nice indeed. I really do like the aesthetic of the Nordic sort of theme to do with this, the statues, the banners, all of the other different trinkets and everything else. It's kind of a little bit immersive to have that particular one. Loads of description of this particular one. It's natural, simple overhaul to do with the Whiterun, giving it more of a vibe to that particular sort of, I suppose, culture or race within the game. Quality over quantity for this one. It's not scattered around or mashed or even smothered with apparel to do with the Nordic race or sort of breed, if you want to call them. It's just very subtle, but those subtle touches definitely do go a long way. Imperial Agents Realistic Rain, coming in at 10.8 kilobytes of a download, increase the amount of water dropping from the rain, also making the droplets tiny, adding more of them, so it gives you that effect that you are truly within a storm. Vanilla raindrops, they make the choice of having it kind of like an extra layer, if not the same, plastered across the screen, which kind of looks ugly and it's a little bit boring. So this is kind of a mishmash of textures and other different things combined together to give it more of a realistic feel. Again, this worked absolutely beautifully and flawless with all the other different weather things that I'm running currently on my rig. Had no problems at all, no crashing or whatever. I even did a stress test on it too, going to different places, even in changing the weather to stormy to see what the overall performance was like. And let me tell you, I didn't know a difference at all. So a nice gameplay overhaul to do with the rain. This is definitely going to be a good one for the week. GOT armors for Skyrim Special Edition. Game of Thrones armors in mass for this particular mod. This is going to be coming in a whopping 145.9 megabytes of a download. Not too much of a description of this particular one, but it is a compilation of loads of Game of Thrones armors thrown into the game. It's absolutely insane how many sets there are. Now, I can't show you all of them within the game, but I guarantee if you pick anyone from the TV series and you like that armor, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be included with this particular mod. There were so many thrown in as well. Now, I only thought it was going to be armors. What it didn't actually say, it's actually come with all the weapons too. Come with Jon Snow's claw, also come with the mountain's giant, and it is huge, great sword to do with the game. Loads of other different things as well. No shields I didn't spot, but all of these are going to be scattered around in loads of other different categories, and not just going to be within the steel category. You're going to have to go through all of them within the forge to have a little look. The requirements for these ones are going to be nice and fitting to those particular sets. They're going to be all upgradable via the workbench if you do want to do that, and the same with the weapons on the grindstone. Very awesome mod. If you do love Game of Thrones, I know a lot of people have actually built the Skyrim games around Game of Thrones, and there's a lot of mods out there that do change Skyrim pretty much into Game of Thrones, and you want that little bit extra, or just want a flat mod with everything included for the front of armor and weapons, this is going to be a beautiful one to grab. New on the scene, as I said before, 145, let's say 146 if we're going to put it flat at that rate for everything that's included within this mod. The models, meshes and textures are flawless on all of them. Had no problems whatsoever, no clipping, no glitching, no sort of bugs or crashes at all. It worked flawlessly, and it was placed at the bottom on my load order. Didn't have to rejig it or anything. And overall, a cracking Game of Thrones armor mods. So guys, that's the end of this video. This has been episode 463 within my series. Guys, if you made it this far already and you haven't done so, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video. If you're new around here too, make sure to click that subscribe button. If you haven't already as well, make sure to click that little bell. You'll get a notification for every single time I post a bit of content onto the channel. But until the next one guys, Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.